Good afternoon, one and all present here. I am Sasikala from Department of Commerce. I take the class ratio analysis. So what is mean by ratio? A ratio is a mathematical relationship between two items expressed in the quantitative form. So ratio that should be represent relationship between two variables. That is quantitative form. So what is ratio analysis? Analysis and interpretation of financial statement with the help of ratios in terms of ratio analysis. So what is financial statement? It's nothing but balance sheet. So balance sheet have assets and liabilities. They should be interpreted related to ratio analysis. Ratio analysis involves the process of computing, determining and presenting the relationship of items or group of items of financial statement. So in this ratio analysis, the two variables are there. That is financial statement related to balance sheet, liabilities, assets. So ratio analysis was introduced by Alexander Wall, who presented a system in the year 1909. So ratio analysis can be relationship between the two items that are related to financial statement. Mode or expression of ratios. There are three types of mode of ratio analysis. First one in proportion, in rate or times or coefficient, in percentage. The ratio should be analyzed in proportion, that is 1:1. So two variables are there. The proportion is termed as 1:1. In rate or times, the answer of ratio analysis that should be measured in 4 times. Last one in percentage. You have to calculate the two variables to find out the ratio analysis. The final answer should be in percentage. That should be mentioned as 40%. Next one, what are the steps in ratio analysis? First, you have to selection of relevant information. You have to calculate the ratio analysis. You have to know the two variables. The two variables are relevant information. For example, if you have to take an assets, that is fixed assets and current assets. The variables are relevant information. Second one is comparison of calculating ratios. You have to compare the variables. Last one, interpretation and reporting. Next one, what are the advantages of ratio analysis? First one is forecasting. So how to calculate the ratios? You have to forecast in the future of your business. You have to calculate the forecasting for cost, sales and profit. So in business, you have to calculate the profit. So in future, you have to calculate the profit by way of forecasting. Next one, managerial control. Ratios can be used as the instrument of control regarding sales, cost and profit. In this ratio analysis, you have to calculate the cost, sales and profit. Fourth one, facilitate communication. In this ratio analysis, you have to communicate this present, future and also the quick and clear information how to develop your business. Next one, measuring efficiency. So ratio helps to the management here to efficient of your business. Next one, facilitating investment decision. So ratios is helpful in computing return on investment. So what is return on investment? How they are investing in your business, how to return. That is return on investment. Next one, useful in measuring financial solvency. So ratio indicates the liquidity position of the company. So ratio is an important term used for your companies. Next one, inter-firm comparison. Ratio helps to management to compare its performance. In your business, you have to compare the previous year and the present. You have to compare how the profit has to be calculated. So limitation of ratio analysis. First one, practical knowledge. You have to gain the knowledge about what are the variables are used in this ratios. Next one, ratios or means. So you have to use the variables that should be calculated in this ratio analysis. So interrelationship. So already I have to told what is ratio, that are interrelationship between the two variables. The variables are interrelated. Third one is not availability of standard or norms. So you have the standard performance that should be measured in this ratios. Accuracy of financial information. So already told what is financial statement, that should be mentioned as balance sheet. So the informations are accurate. Detachment form from financial statement. So basically you have to calculate the ratio analysis. The basic format is financial statement. So you have to take the information from the balance sheet, you have to calculate. So time lag, changes in price level. So these are the limitations of ratio analysis. Next we have to see what is classification of ratio analysis. They are classified by statement, they are classified by user, they are classified to relative importance. Next we have to classify of ratio by purpose or functions. So these are the classification. Let us see what is how to calculate the ratio analysis, this format. First one is classification of ratio by statement. They are divided into three forms: balance sheet ratio, P&L account ratio, and balance sheet and P&L account ratio. Next one, calculation by uses. So already have to see there are four classification: by statement, by user, by relative importance. Last one is purpose or function. So almost all the classifications are same. Last one, classification of the ratios by purpose or classified into four: profitability ratio, turnover ratio, short-term ratio, and long-term ratio. So first we have to see what is profitability ratio. In this profitability ratio, that allows for the analysis of a firm profit is related to either its trading performance or in terms of the capital investment of your company. So already have to see what is profit. So first in your business you have to calculate the profit by using trading account. So that information that related to ratios. So this profitability ratios are divided into 6. Return on investment, gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating ratio, operating profit ratio, and expenses ratio. First we have to see what is return on investment. So what is return on investment is nothing but overall profitability return ratio. So what is profitability? Already have to calculate the profit. How to calculate the profit of your business? You have to calculate the trading account. So what is trading account? By giving a debit and credit side. You have to opening balance of stock, to purchase, less purchase return. In this credit side, you have to calculate sales, less sales return, closing stock. You have to find what is your gross profit. That profit you have to calculate this ratio, nothing but profitability ratio. So what is the formula for return on investment is equal to operating profit divided by capital employed into 100. So how to calculate operating profit? So operating profit is equal to profit before interest and tax. So what is interest, what is tax? In this business, you have to earn the profit that should be given for us interest to the shareholders, and also you have to pay the tax. Afterwards, what is your profit? That is profit before interest and tax. Next one is capital employed. So they are divided into 4. So how to calculate the capital employed? First one, total of all assets. So you know what is meant by assets. In balance sheet, there are two sides. One is liabilities, one is assets. So total of fixed assets. So this is fixed assets. Total of long-term funds, net working capital plus fixed assets. So you have to calculate the return on investment. What is the formula? Operating profit. What is operating profit? Profit before interest and tax. What is capital employed? This is total all assets, all fixed assets, long-term funds, net working capital plus fixed assets. Next we have to see return on investment are divided into 3. Return on shareholders fund, return on equity shareholders fund, and return on total assets. So this is the formula for return on shareholders funds is equal to net profit after interest and tax. So what is net profit after? You have to pay the interest to the shareholders and you have to pay the tax to the government. That should be mentioned as after. Suppose before tax, before interest, and you should not deduct the profit. Divided by shareholders fund into 100. Next one, return on equity shareholders fund. So net profit after interest and tax and preference share dividend divided by equity share funds into 100. Last one is return on total asset. You know what is meant by total asset? That is current asset plus fixed asset. The total asset is equal to net profit after tax divided by total assets into 100. Next we have to see what is gross profit ratio. So you have to calculate the gross profit by using trading account. So already they have to know the formula for a trading account. Debit and credit side. What is debit side? To opening stock, to purchase less purchase return. credit side buy sales less sales return closing stock. So you have to minus this opening and debit and credit side. What that balance is gross profit. This gross profit ratio, you have to find out what is gross profit divided by net sales into 100. That the format is given. Gross profit is equal to opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses less sales less closing stock. Next one, net sales is equal to total sales minus sales return. So next one is net profit ratio. So what is the formula for net profit ratio? So what is gross profit? You have to format for trading account. In net profit ratio, you have to follow the P&L account statement. So net profit ratio is equal to net profit divided by net sales into 100. Net profit includes non-operating incomes and profit. Net sales is equal to total sales minus sales return. Next we have to see what is operating ratio. So operating ratio is equal to cost of sales plus operating expenses divided by net sales. What is operating expenses? What are the expenses are used for your business? That are shown in debit side of P&L account. So operating expenses include administrative, selling and distribution expenses, finance expenses. What is cost of sales? Opening stocks plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. This is the formula for operating ratio. Next one is operating profit ratio. Operating profit ratio is equal to operating profit divided by sales into 100. So you have to calculate operating profit is equal to net profit plus non-operating expenses minus non-operating income. So what is operating expenses? What is operating income? So what are the expenses are shown in debit side of P&L account statement? What are the expenses are shown in credit side of P&L account? Next we have to show this expenses ratio. So what is expenses? Expenses ratio is equal to expenses divided by net sales into 100. So what are the expenses are in a business that are shown in P&L account debit side? So expenses like administrative, selling and distribution, financial expenses, etc. So these are the ratios to calculate in this ratio analysis. Thank you.